it finishes Manchester City 3, Chelsea 1. Taking a look at what that means. Manchester, despite all their woes, City are up to 4th in the table. Chelsea, of course, who someone said were title contenders, are now 13 points off Liverpool at the top. Frank Leboeuf joins us here for Frank in a moment.
I don't think being 4th in the table is something to shout about for City, is it?
But I think considering all the rubbish and
now that Chelsea have sort of fallen off,
it shows how everyone else is kind of falling over themselves.
Well, Chelsea have fallen off a cliff, and
that's the key.
City fell off a cliff in Paris in midweek. It could have happened today.
Hey, this is a fun game, though, wasn't it? I enjoyed today's game.
Yeah, I think City were the better side, but Chelsea were dangerous early. I felt sorry for Kusanov, the young boy.
Was that Pep's mistake, throwing him in at the deep end?
Yes.
Like that, yeah? You think so?
And the way he performed and the reason it took him so long tells you that he wasn't ready. So it was a huge gamble that didn't pay off in terms of Kusanov,
right?
But they won the game, and so
Pep
it
explained
kind of
afterwards
gets
that
away with it.
wasn't ready. He wanted to save him for the Champions League as well midweek.
Still,
you throw the young boy in.
Yeah, I mean,
so you want to get off to a good start at any club, even when you're an experienced player. Here we have a young lad who's been playing in France and playing well. He's clearly a good player. City generally don't sign bad players. There's the odd exception. So he's clearly a very good player. But he throws him in, he makes one mistake, he makes two, he makes three, and then as Stevie said, he looked very nervous. Although he looks very comfortable on the ball, I have to say. But the nerves were getting the better of him. And then he takes him off relatively early in the second half. OK, Guardiola's got to win a game. I understand that. But in terms of looking after a youngster coming into your football club, I don't know, that's not a very good way to go about it. To first throw him in and then to drag him off. I mean, you imagine that young laddie going home tonight, his mind will just be racing. But I suppose that's where we are, Big Boys League, in terms of that's what happens sometimes. I just felt a bit sorry for him. He's not going in against a Southampton. He's going in against one of the better teams in the Premier League, albeit they've had their struggles recently. And he just got a little bit exposed. I mean, he probably arrived, Tuesday or Wednesday? Something like that. So, I mean, that was a big ask.
I just want to get Frank on this, Stevie. Pep is wise enough and old enough to know what he was doing. Why did he do it?
Well, because he thought he didn't have the choice and another choice. So yes, he gambled, as you mentioned. I know he's certainly going to play for the next game in the Champions League. So he needed him very quickly to be tried and see how he could cope with the situation. It's an unfortunate start, and I also felt sorry for him. And I was upset against Pep Guardiola because the guy is only 20 years old and it's maybe too much an important game for everybody to put him at the beginning of the game. But you know, there are stories like that. I remember Patrice Evra having his first game in the derby, Manchester United against Manchester City. I think he made a mistake and he had a fantastic career after that and won everything. And Lilian Thuram as well with Monaco. First game, first mistake. He had a hell of a career, so we have to wish to Kusanov, is that correct? Or Kusanov, to have the same kind of career. He made a mistake. Hopefully he's not going to lose his confidence. I'm pretty sure the Pep's going to work on that. And hopefully for the guy, everything's going to be forgotten
I don't
very
think
soon.
Patrice Evra was ever going to lose his self-confidence. He's got more self-confidence than anybody on the planet.
And so that's the one negative for City. Plenty of other positives, though.
Yeah, Stevie mentioned it. You know, Haaland taking that goal particularly well. His hold-up play, he's linking up. So with De Bruyne come off the bench, but I mean, there are positives. Foden looking a bit sharper. You know, Nunes having to play, I suppose, right back again next to the youngsters. So they are. You know, Kyle Walker's gone to Milan. So they are short the numbers in there. They've signed a couple of other youngsters in the back position, obviously, to come in. They're sort of further down the pecking order. But it's been a better, apart from midweek in Paris, it's been a little bit of a